MESA is much different than my other classes because in MESA I'm really like asked to show my creativity, my originality in these projects, whereas in other classes it's basically learning, and there isn't much application to that learning, and that's really what defines MESA.
MESA is a class within the Albemarle County school system for students who are really interested in math and science. It is an integrated curriculum at the 9th and 10th grade level where students learn physics, chemistry, earth science, algebra 2, trig, and math analysis all under one umbrella.
All right, so it's actually a pretty exciting program that we have here with the MESA program. One of the attractions of Albemarle High School when I came here 3 years ago is I had a program in my last high school in North Carolina, and it was called Project Lead the Way, and it was a wonderful STEM program. And coming here and being a part of the first class of MESA to go through has been really, really exciting.
Well, I feel like junior year has been much more hands-on and more projects really. Freshman and sophomore year we learned a lot of material in physics and chemistry and science and whatnot, but we really got to apply it in junior year and senior year, and it's been more fun, I think.
In all your other high school classes, you have a set curriculum that you have to learn, and we do have a curriculum in MESA, but it's a lot more flexible and you can do it what you want with it, which makes it a lot more enjoyable. And basically, MESA is the period of the day where you get to do what you want, but it's still constructive and you still learn a lot.
Well, I think I've had a unique experience because I was teaching math and physics not in MESA, and just coming here and being able to teach in this program and seeing how we can relate algebra and math analysis to physics and chemistry and earth science and all those things. It's been really useful for the students and me as a teacher, because when somebody says, you know, when will I ever use this? Why is this realistic? I can say, well, you're going to learn it in algebra 2 and now we're going to use it, apply it in physics.
So for example, when we're learning logs in algebra 2, we turn around and talk about how they're used in chemistry for pH, and how they're used in earth science for earthquakes, and how they're used in physics for sound. And so we integrate this stuff together. Kids learn projectile motion at the same time they're learning quadratics.
And then I think it's great for the juniors and seniors because they get to use all that basic math and science knowledge and apply it in building projects and teamwork and using crazy math and science to really work out some real world problems.
Well, we do engineering projects such as building spaghetti bridges or building guitars, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to work with your hands as opposed to theoretical math.
My personal favorite project that we've done this year at MESA has been the chess pieces that we made with the 3D printer. You can see an example of the pawn we made. Now, the point to these chess pieces was to see a project from start to finish. So we had to all get together in our individual groups, which I should mention this project was a student initiative. So we all decided we wanted to do this. We petitioned Mr. Prilliman and he said, sure, we can spare a week of class time.
At the 11th and 12th grade level, MESA is basically it's engineering. We have 2 dual enrollment engineering classes. It's a lot of collaboration, a lot of projects, a lot of kids working together to problem solve and to create solutions to problems.
I like how at MESA we're allowed to do just about anything we want. It's not like a normal class. We get to build stuff. It's not strictly paperwork. It's all hands-on. That's what I like most about it.
The students in MESA are awesome. Super bright, really creative. They ask so many questions, which is amazing. And they've really gotten me thinking a lot because, you know, I've been doing physics for a long time, and it's really refreshing to have a student ask me something that I haven't thought about in a long time. So I just really like how eager they are to learn.
One of the exciting things about the program, and this was funny again when I talked to Mr. Prilliman and the first year of this program, he was talking about how the kids are challenging us as educators to ratchet it up. I mean, it's so often you say we've taken the ceiling off of the house. You know, these kids aren't reaching the ceiling. We keep going higher and higher and higher. And one of the fun things is trying to figure out, especially as a principal, how do we take some of these MESA experiences that the students are having and transforming them into learning experiences for all of our students in other classes. And that's what's been exciting with the blended curriculum of math and science. on top of just the experiences, the scholarships, the opportunities that are out there for students that are going through this rigorous curriculum. It's been really exciting the past couple of years.
I start every single day with a class where I can reliably find an interesting person as my teacher, interesting people as my peers, and a really sort of astonishing array of resources that the school has graciously provided, such as experimental tools from MATLAB software, which is used by professional engineers in college engineering classes, and Vernier sort of experimental array. They have all these preset experiments, and then you can essentially change almost any variable for how you want to go about these number of different experiments.
You know, one of the things that we didn't necessarily plan on when we created MESA was how the students became friends very, very quickly, and how students integrate across the grade levels. Some of that we forced by creating projects where, like, the seniors will work with the freshmen, but it's really, you know, it's interesting to see the dynamic of how all the MESA students work together. You know, all the kids who are interested in computers, for example, sort of congregate together regardless of grade level. So from that standpoint, it's a great experience for students to come together and to work with people of similar interests, not necessarily just similar grade level.
Because most of the students in MESA are really bright and love all the science, technology, math, engineering, and computers, we're usually involved in the same programs outside school, whether that be FIRST Robotics to even programs at Northrop Grumman such as Worthy. So even though we're in school together, learning, we're also going out into the real world at companies or even clubs and using the knowledge that we gather in MESA and actually solving real world problems.
I mean, we've worked on some pretty awesome projects this year. I'm really into film, so I thought the film projects that we did were cool. I like being able to take something like music and apply it to science as well. So building the electric guitars, which will hopefully work someday, has been really fun.
Most about the engineering program we have here is that it's a hands-on project-based approach to learning. There's not a time where I come up to the classroom so the kids aren't working on something. And one of my favorite comments I hear is Mr. Perlman say all the time when kids say, well, Mr. Perlman, when are we ever going to use this? And he says, well, we're using it about 10 minutes after we come back from lunch.
The Mathematics, Engineering, and Science Academy at Albemarle High School has created a legacy that will further the education of Albemarle County Public School students for years to come. If you are interested for more information or would like to visit MESA, visit the MESA homepage at schoolcenter.k12albemarle.org/MESA.